Where can I watch every episode of Good American Family on demand? Good American Family premiered on Wednesday, March 19, and concluded on April 30. That means you can watch every episode right now on Hulu. The series is a hot topic at the moment due to its retelling and loose adaptation of the events of reality series The Curious Case of Natalia Grace. It stars Ellen Pompeo and Mark Duplass as Christine and Michael Barnett, with Imogen Faith Reed as Natalia Grace. Here is everything you need to know about Good American Family on Hulu, including how to watch and how much it costs. How to watch Good American Family on Hulu. After a 7-day free trial, Hulu costs $9.99 per month to bundle with Disney Plus and watch with commercials. To bundle with ESPN Plus as well, the service costs $14.99. You also can upgrade to an ad-free package with extra features for $24.99 per month. As if those options weren't enough, you can also select a Disney Plus, Hulu, and Max bundle for $16.99, which cuts the cost of having all three services at once by 38%. A subscription can be canceled at any time. You can sign up here. What is Good American Family about? Good American Family is inspired by a true story in which a Midwestern family adopts a young girl who may not be everything she claims. The series stars Ellen Pompeo, Mark Duplass, Imogen Reed, Christina Hendricks, Dule Hill, Sarayu Blue, and Jenny O'Hara. Will Good American Family be free on Hulu? Good American Family will be available for Hulu users as long as they have a subscription to the service. Without a subscription, there is currently no other way to watch the series. Is Good American Family only on Hulu? At this time, the first and only season of Good American Family is exclusively available on Hulu. The drama series cannot be found on Netflix, Hulu, or any other subscription streaming service, and there is no indication that will change anytime soon. On the corner of Maple and Grant, in a tidy white house with blue shutters and a mailbox shaped like a miniature barn, lived the Whiteacres, the kind of family Norman Rockwell might have painted, had he been born in the age of smart TVs and oat milk. To outsiders, they were the perfect example of a good American family, and in many ways they were. Jim Whittaker rose every weekday at 5:45 a.m., jogged a mile in faded sneakers, then sipped his black coffee while scanning the headlines on his tablet. He was a school principal, known for his firm handshake, his unwavering faith in the power of punctuality, and his laminated charts of School Spirit Week. He drove a reliable gray sedan with a bumper sticker that read "Proud Parent of an Honor Roll Student." It had faded, but pride does not fade. His wife, Linda, was the backbone of the home. A former pastry chef who now taught online baking classes, she managed the household like a 5-star kitchen. Breakfasts were balanced. Laundry was folded with geometrical precision. She used an actual label maker for the pantry. Her brownies were once auctioned off for $500 at a PTA fundraiser. Some say she used bourbon. She says it was love. Their children, Sam, 16, and Gracie, 13, fit the mold too. Sam played trumpet in the marching band, captained the debate team, and secretly wrote Star Wars fan fiction under the pseudonym Darth Persuasive. Gracie, who wore mismatched socks as a form of rebellion, had just won second place in the county's Junior Science Olympiad for her project on the emotional intelligence of plants. The first place had gone to a boy who programmed a drone to deliver milk. Gracie was still furious. But beneath the polish and the pie crusts, the Whittakers held a secret. It wasn't scandalous. No affairs. No secret double lives. Not even a mysterious trust fund. It was something quieter, something many good American families carried but rarely named, a growing discomfort with perfection. It started with Sam. At dinner one evening, over a lasagna so perfectly layered it deserved a standing ovation, he put down his fork and said, "I don't think I want to go to Yale." Silence. Gracie looked up from her side salad like a meerkat. Jim's hand froze midair, Parmesan shaker paused. Linda blinked 3 times calmly. "Oh," she said, after a moment. "Where do you want to go?" Sam shifted. "Nowhere. Not yet. I want to take a year off, travel, or just figure things out." Jim cleared his throat. "But Yale, you've worked toward this for years. The AP classes, the internship with the councilman, the volunteer hours at the animal shelter." "I hate dogs," Sam blurted, then looked horrified. "I mean, not hate. I'm just allergic." The shelter was loud and sad. "I did it because I thought it was what I should do." Gracie, mouth full of crouton, muttered, "Preach." Linda set down her water glass. She looked at her son, at his tired eyes and the curve of his shoulders, so much like her father's when he'd come home from the factory floor. "All right," she said quietly. "Let's figure it out." This, more than any bumper sticker or pie contest, was what made them a good American family. Not perfection, not reputation, but the willingness to stretch, to listen, to let love grow in unexpected soil. 2 weeks later, Gracie came home with a shaved stripe down the side of her head and declared she was trying a phase. Jim choked on his Diet Cola. Linda simply offered her a headband and said, "Make it a good one." By Christmas, Sam was planning a cross-country train trip with 3 friends and a duffel bag full of socks. Linda started teaching a new class called Cookies with Chaos, encouraging her students to embrace baking imperfections. Jim quietly stopped setting his alarm for 5:45 and started journaling instead. They weren't perfect. Gracie still rolled her eyes with Olympic-level talent. Sam accidentally dyed all his socks big. June got cranky when the neighbor's cat used their flower beds as a personal toilet. And Linda, once a symbol of serene homemaking, had taken to blasting 80s rock while making souffles. But the air in the Whiteacre house shifted. They laughed more. They argued louder. They cried in front of each other and didn't apologize for it. They shared stories about their fears, not just their plans. The perfectly curated family photo wall stayed the same, but now next to it hung a board filled with Polaroids, some blurry, some crook, all full of life. One afternoon in May, as Gracie and Jim planted a garden with exactly 0 label markers, she asked him what made them a good American family. He thought for a long time, pressing seeds into the dirt. "Maybe it's not about being good," he finally said. "Maybe it's about being honest, and trying, and showing up for each other even when things are messy." Gracie squinted. "That sounds like a Pinterest quote." He laughed. "Yeah, but I believe it." She nodded. "That's good enough for me." A week later, Linda's brownie recipe went viral, not for its precision, but because she dropped the pan and posted it anyway, laughing as the pieces tumbled across the counter. Real-life brownies, she'd called them. Thousands shared it, not because it was perfect, but because it was true. And maybe that was the quiet truth behind the myth of the good American family. It wasn't about lawns trimmed like crew cuts or coordinated Christmas pajamas. It wasn't about scholarships or chore charts or the illusion of flawlessness. It was about the courage to grow, to change, to tell the truth with kindness, and to love each other even when the lasagna burns and the trumpet practice sounds like dying geese. It was about being human together, even in a house with blue shutters and a barn-shaped mailbox.